you do this one?
Well, guys, we are back where we always come. Once upon a time. We're at 7 Seas, changing things up a bit. I got a little close and I messed with the focus here, but it's fine. We'll get over it.
Well, it's like, because the table's awkwardly wide.
Yeah.
So
live edge.
we're like
you.
Really. Maybe if I stand up. Hello. If I stand, that's actually better.
Oh, nice. Good deal. I don't. It would be better. I don't want to though.
Yeah.
But it would be because I'm like, I got one leg like like this right now. So it's fine. But anyways, so we're at 7 Seas drinking the Nomadic IPA.
Infamous 7 Seas.
Quite infamous, at least to us. And I'm excited for it. It's been a long time.
We used to come here often.
It smells good.
Your favorite for a while was the Willie Mays, also known as their Hazy IPA now. My favorite's always been the Nomadic, which is what we got today. And I really like this beer.
Dude, yeah, this is, wow, that felt nice.
Yeah.
First sip, like a smidge bit of a smink going on, and I was like, yeah, that feels good.
It's the right combination for a Northwest IPA of like,
yeah,
super bitter. You got those like wet hops. There's a little bit of citrus in there, and then like it finishes pretty crisp.
This, I prefer this over the
Root Barrett?
No, I had the name and I lost it. The Total Domination.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Ninkasi. This is like the epitome of what I like in a Northwest IPA.
I think the difference for me is like,
this is a little bit more bitter, which I like.
The Total like this is citrusy, whereas the Total Domination is more malty.
Yes.
So if you have like a preference of one side or the other, like if you like the more citrusy, you probably like this more. If you like the more malty, you like Total Domination more, but they're both very similar styles.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So both great beers, and yeah, this is phenomenal. This is hitting really, really good. I think we came back at the right time. I was greeted with no mask. I was like, this is ace.
Yeah, it's a good combination of like COVID shit, how they were dealing with it.
Destruction out here.
And it's not, it wasn't even like a, we're anti-COVID stuff and they're pro it. It was like they were just doing weird fucking things with like tables and seating, and then like they had this outside thing that was like really fucking, like it was just a lot of stuff that was just like, it turned into like difficult to go to.
Yeah, like I get you're doing what you can to remain open throughout this weird shit, but like just compared to other places that we had been going to, it just felt like a little dash of too much for us. So,
and then they took the opportunity to rebrand all their beers and say they were new, but it was just a rebranding, so it was like a little bit of an assholery. And
yeah. And on top of that, I looked up and I'm like, yikes. Really only like 2 or 3 beers I haven't had before. Probably 2. So they still have not really changed their menu up a lot, which stinks because they brew some pretty dang good beer. So, I don't know. But
so I guess we got 2 ratings really.
Okay.
Ratings and thoughts on the beer.
Yeah.
And then we'll rate the brewery.
Ah, nice. Okay. Beer, it's an A. I think it nailed it.
Solid A?
Yeah, solid A. Like, for a Northwest IPA, this leans the direction that I'm more partial to. It's a little more citrusy, a little bit more bitter than like average Northwest IPAs. Not to say that there's not a handful of Northwest IPAs that are pretty bitter. I just think it's the norm to not be like overpoweringly bitter, and this is like they crank it up a bit, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I'm probably like a A-. I think it's a little too sticky on the back end, and I think I really think it would push it to an A if you were eating something like with this. Like I think burgers, hot dogs, really like any like barbecue or grill style food, like even a steak.
Yeah.
Anything like that, wings, I think pairs really well with this beer. And I think when you're eating something with it, you go from this beer, it's a little sticky, and then you take a bite of some meat, and you're like, that's prime.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, A- for me. And then that's the other thing, like they have a sandwich shop. Sandwich shop is not quite.
We've talked about this.
The grill.
It's delicious, and I enjoy their sandwiches, and I order them again.
And they give you a good amount of protein. That's a big thing that I judge sandwich shop places.
Huge.
Give me like a couple slices of salami. It ain't cutting it.
Yeah, Subway, we're looking at you, motherfuckers. But anyways, it's just not what I want when I'm drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Especially not after drinking a few beers. Certainly not what I want. Like I could see let's go do a lunch. Like go get a sandwich and a beer.
Middle of the workday.
Okay.
Go out for a beer with a client.
Yeah.
Get a sandwich.
Perfect. But yeah, if we're hanging out at night having a few beers, not really what I want.
No. It's just not it.
But so brewery experience as a whole, where you at?
B-. Especially now that the COVID shit's calmed down.
Yeah.
During the COVID stuff, it was like a D.
Yeah.
I would say B-. I think pros, you can bring your own food in here, so you're not exclusive to the sandwich shop.
That's true.
Kind of a con too, though, because like we've had issues getting it delivered here.
Yeah. Not their fault,
but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not anything that's like super convenient as far as food goes to get. So it's like your food can be kind of cold if you are delivering or driving it here. Pricey. Cons, like I said, sandwich shop, just not cutting it for night beers. And then the other things, as you brought up, they don't change their beers. I don't see a new one constantly. Like I don't even need it. Like, I come back every day. There's a new beer every week or whatever.
It's
like
been
once
years.
a month.
It's been over a year, I think, since we've been here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think there's 2 new beers up there that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And that, like, one is cheating because it's like a bourbon barrel aged. It's like, of course, you just have that like rotating with weird stuff every now and then, so it doesn't even count.
And then the other is the Heidelberg, which is a revived recipe.
Did they make that though, or is that something that they?
That's what I'm saying. It's a revived recipe.
Okay.
So that used to be a brewery that made a lager or whatever it is.
What about that?
Revived it. It's like the Olympia. Like if you've ever had Olympia beer, that's a revived recipe. The Olympia brewery is no longer around.
That makes sense. What about the amber in the top left corner though? Wasn't that new? I don't remember. I know they had an amber, but the name didn't sound familiar to me.
What's it called? Cut Sands.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the older one.
Okay, then never mind. Just technically nothing new.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, by the way. I'm B- as well for everything you just stated. I am happy to be back here again because again, like this is fantastic. This is hitting great. I like this place, especially when it's not like super busy with like kids running up and down the fucking place.
If they limited their hours on when kids could come to like, hey, kids can come Sunday and during the day till 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Then it's like I can plan around it because, like, seriously, with birthday parties and shit, like, because it is a big space. Like, I get why people would want to come here and celebrate shit, but it's really annoying if you're like just a couple of dudes, getting some beers, and like it's fucking packed, and 50% is filled with kids or 18-year-olds or large parties with grandma and grandpa, and they don't drink beer, and so you see a whole table, like they have some big tables over there. I mean, even this table, you could probably fit 8 people at. You'll see whole tables taken up with a party that's two of them have beers.
Yeah.
One person has a beer.
Yeah.
And it's like some of us are actually here to drink the beer and have a good time.
Like I get it, but also like, come on.
Yeah. So,
I like the tables. Tables are really cool. I like these guys. It's nice.
But I think like all those things just turn it into like a, maybe you're coming here because you don't want to go to E9 and have their pizza, but you're hungry or something. It turns into like a place that you're coming down because you're narrowed down to it, not like what's the draw for coming here.
Right.
I don't think they have a particular draw for beer drinkers outside of like, something like their Nomadic being very good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when the other things create such an unwelcoming environment, the beer doesn't it's not good enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough to draw you in and be able to ignore all the obnoxiousness. So,
Yeah. Just, part of the beer drinking experience.
yeah. But again, like I said, glad to be back. This is a great beer. So,
Well, enjoy our other Pints episodes, do the YouTube stuff. If not, see you next week.
later.